Good morning, people. You know what amazed me is that when I talk to some of my ex comrades, the brothers about the Rolling 60s, and they get to talking about my brother's case, it amazed me, man, on how baffled or how dumb they dumb up, like they don't understand, they don't know who did what. After all these years, 38 years, bro, they still to this day talking about they didn't know Nutty told George Williams. That amazed me, man, because it's like dudes always trying to hide something. Dudes always trying to backpedal. Dudes always don't want to be speaking up for the injustice that goes on inside that neighborhood. So when I get to breaking the stuff down to them, oh bro, I didn't know that, Ed. I didn't know that. Yeah, you did. You knew it. So let's go into something, man, that I don't think a lot of them brothers understand and they know. We had a homeboy over there. His name, he's from R60 gang. Off the other side, the lower side with Jack in the Box, the AG. He was a cold hustler. His name was Jeff Barlo. This dude, Jeff Barlo, brother, this dude used to get to the bag, man. I'm talking about every bone in his body was all about making some money. I remember in 1988 when I went out to Minnesota and Jeffrey was out there. Jeffrey had everything in Minnesota sold up in the St. Paul area. I mean, everything sold up. He had all them little youngsters following behind him. He had all the women in the world, all a bunch of snow bunnies, but he had a bunch of women behind him and things like that. Um, when I went out there, man, I was talking to the brother, man, and I was vibing with the brother. But what I didn't know at that particular time, Jeffrey was a confidential informant. He was working, and he'd been working ever since my brother's case in 1985, and they called his name when he was going there and reporting with Chris Thomas, and it was like, man. And when I got my brother's paperwork and I was reading it, I was like, man, this stuff is crazy, man. All these dudes, but even back then was confidential informant. Now let's fast forward to 2025. Can you imagine how many individuals are working in everybody's section and they look just like you? They walk like you, they bang like you, they talk like you, they out there hustling like you, but they all could be they straight working. So they burning both ends to the candle, you know. They get money on that side and they getting money on the government side. And this is why I said, man, that shit don't pay off. This is a cold world. It's a cold situation dealing with that gang members type stuff. But I'm gonna tell you like this: what them gang members don't understand right now, bro, they have a plan for you. And if you're not paying attention to the plan, you're gonna get left behind or you're gonna be somewhere in jail. I just did a house over there in the Jefferson area, and before we even start ripping the walls out in the house, a white couple just came in there and just bought the house. Pay attention to what they're doing to the neighborhoods. If you go over there in the 30s, you'll see a lot of whites, Asians, blacks, and Hispanics. Same thing in the 60s now. They finna gentrify these areas. All these areas finna become diverse. Pay attention to what's going on, man. So you can see that basically the gang culture is a dying breed. And the only thing that's keeping this stuff going is a lot of these older dudes, like dudes my age, dudes still hanging out around there, dudes still trying to, convince these youngsters to do X, Y, and Z instead of telling these youngsters, man, that If you ain't got no felony, they need to be doing something else. They not even being smart to the point where they can tell the youngsters, look, man, you can be from the hood or you can be from the section, but we need you to do X, Y, and Z. We need you to move into a different arena to help the community in this arena. They're not telling them that. They're not telling the man that when you go to that county jail, that there's no telling if you're gonna come home or not. They're not telling them that if you go to the penitentiary, there's no telling if you're gonna come home or not. They're not telling them about that. They tell them, man, that you go in there, you stay down, the hood, and you hang out with the homies and things of that nature. But you gotta understand, man, it's like when a lot of times when a lot of brothers go to jail, they become real soft. And when I say they become real soft, it's because they can't handle that pressure. And when they can't handle that pressure, man, it's like they turn into something, man, that you ain't never seen before. And then this is where you really find out who they really are. So what I'm trying to get to everybody to understand and pay attention to is, bro, that stuff don't pay off. It'll never pay off. There's no benefit up in that, bro. And they are telling you, they're giving you so many signs, so many examples on what happened, man, or what's gonna happen if you continue down that road. Now let's get back to Jeffrey Barlo, Mr. CT. He's all throughout my brother's paperwork, bro. I mean, all throughout, man. And you know who he told on? He told on the big bad wolf. He told on you guys' so-called leader. He put him at the scene of the crime. He did everything, bro. He even told on Slim. He told on Slim. He told on Lil Sleep. And he told on somebody else. I was trying to figure out who else that was. He told on Nutty. He told on Nutty. So it's amazing, man, that how dudes, they be in that lifestyle, but when they get recruited, they're gonna do everything they can to get up out of a particular type of situation. Yes, man. The boy Benzo Jeff was a confidential informant. And if anybody want to recruit it, all you got to do is hit me up, man. I'll shoot it to you. I'll show it to you. I had that argument with a brother yesterday. I was like, dude, I'm not going to sit here and tell you something that is not true because I went through that already. I've been through that. When I say something, brother, it's because I have the knowledge of that. I don't speak on things I have no knowledge about that. And this is why, brother, I be to the point when I say, man, fuck you niggas, because, dude, you dudes be selective. You dudes, man, get to the point, man, where y'all care about the dudes, man, that fucked over the neighborhood, and rather than the dudes that been done injustice in the neighborhood. And that's why dudes don't rock with you dudes. That's why I will never rock with you dudes. I respect a lot of brothers that's over there ain't a part of that demonstration, meaning that being foul. But you dudes that you know who you are. You individuals that giving your homies the benefit of the doubt. You dudes being coattails, jumping ship. If one day you cool with this dude, and then you just, when other people ain't cool with him, you just run and jump on that team. You know who you are. And that's why I'm saying them people on that side, that's why I say, man, fuck you niggas, man. And I always say, man, free little Eddie boy, because you dudes knew that he got back door for y'all homeboy. Assalamu alaikum.